I'm sure we all know somebody or seen somebody that's in a wheelchair, speaks differently than us, or acts differently than us. But did you treat them different than what you would, say, your neighbor that you know there's nothing wrong with? That's what I want to tell you about. People are born differently, whether it's physical, mental, or anything like that. They're used to people staring at them, pointing at them, but never really coming up and asking them any questions. That's what I want to tell you about. The three main topics that I want to tell you about are what it's like to take care of somebody like that. The looks, the stares, the talking, and how I want you to ask questions. How they get treated, and how we can actually learn from kids doing this. I started my job as a family home provider about 9 years ago. And that's what I'm doing home now because I cannot go out. Can't have an audience because one of the people I take care of has the flu. Just something that has to be done. A sacrifice, really. Deciding to become a family home provider was an easy choice, I guess. I get to stay home with my kids. I get to provide a family environment for somebody who doesn't have any family. Her family dropped her off because she was different. Because she's in a wheelchair. She's deaf and blind. When I take her out to doctor's offices, people stare at her and they don't ask any questions. Except for kids. Kids will ask questions. And then they realize that she's the same as them. She just has some things different. So, in the 9 years I've been taking care of her, I take her shopping, take her to her doctor's appointments. Her doctor is actually a pediatrician. The parents always yell at the kids to back away from her, leave us alone. We don't want that. I want you to let your kids come ask questions. Then they'll know just because somebody looks different or acts different, they're still just a person just like they are. My kids have grown up being around people in wheelchairs and stuff like that. They now think, okay, nothing's different about them. They're just in a wheelchair. Example, I had my son at therapy. He walked up to a lady in a wheelchair. He said, I know what's wrong with you. He said you were hit by a car and that's why you're in a wheelchair. Because we had a client here that we took care of. He was hit by a car. And that's what my son thought. Some children ask how she ended up in a wheelchair. And I tell them she was born that way. She's just like them. And they're okay with that. A lot of children take their cues from us adults. If the adult just stares and don't talk, don't ask questions, the children aren't either. They're not going to realize that there's a big difference. Taking care of someone with special needs can be hard. Like, I can't leave the house right now. But rewarding. It's rewarding when you open other people's eyes to the fact that even though they're different, they're just like us. Just a little bit extra. I love that we can teach children how to do it. The next time you are out and you see someone that's different physically or mentally, look at them. They're just like you. Ask questions. They'll enjoy it.